Hey everyone, this is Judy with JLBCrafts. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you so much for giving me a try. Today I'm going to be setting up and lettering in my Big Love Letters planner for the week of, where are we at? The week of the 17th through the 23rd of May. We're going to learn P this week. So before we get going though, I wanted to share with you Catherine Baker of Baker Lane Studios. I sent her the measurements of this, the extension pack, or whatever you want to call it, the extra practice sheets that I was talking about in last week's video. I sent her the measurements to this, and she offered to make us some printable practice sheets. So I will link all of her stuff. You can follow her on Instagram. I will send you the link that she sent me to download these sheets. So this one matches exactly this sheet. I didn't scale it or anything. I just hit print. It doesn't have the little gap, which is just fine by me. That gap is weird. It's not on our normal pages anyway. The spacing does match these pages though. So it is a little bit bigger than this sheet, but again, I think it works just fine. You can practice with your bigger pens. With the spacing that's bigger. And then she went one step further, which this is genius. Thank you so much, Catherine. She made a triple line. So I don't know if you guys can see that. But so when we run into issues like we did last week with letters that drop below the line and rise above the line, like the word gift, now we have a triple spacer so that we don't run into the battle of the ones that drop below and the ones that rise above. I know I'm not using the proper terminology, but you know what I mean. And yes, I jumped ahead and practiced a couple little P's there. But with a really big fat, it was basically, I used a generic Tombow to do that. So anyway, just wanted to let you guys know, I will link all of this stuff, all her socials, the link to these sheets in the description box of this video. So please, thank her by giving her a follow and give these sheets a try. I think this triple one is a game changer. So again, Baker Lane Studios, Catherine Baker, thank you so very much for doing that. Okay, so for this week, we won't look at the P yet. I'm going to use this roll of washi tape florals. I got this at Walmart last summer. At least I think it was last summer. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like COVID put me in a time warp. I think things that happened last summer actually happened 2 summers ago. So anyway, it's been a while since I got these. I've never used them. It's just a roll of individual stickers, and they're giant, which is probably part of the reason why I've never used them. But I thought they would be good to decorate the way I decorate in this planner. So I am just going to do my normal. And they're so bright. We can use nice bright pens with these. So I'm just gonna start, like I always do, running right down the center and then around the edges. And I'm probably gonna end up using just edges of this. I thought maybe I could do like a triangle cut, once here, and once here, to kind of fill in my edges. So let's get going, and then we'll do our normal. We'll look at the P's, we'll do the ace practice, we'll grab some pens, and we'll just go from there. So here we go. I'm gonna grab my painter's palette knife to help me get the next ones going on this roll. I'm just gonna put them in order on the sheet, in the order that they are on the roll. usual, I'm just going to stick the sticky sides together and punch. Full, nice and bright. Okay, so that is what I have. Definitely thinking a purple pen, a hot pink pen. Well, I could do 2 purples and 2 pinks. I'm not going to go for yellow this week, and this is really about the only green. So maybe we'll just do a purple and pink pens. I don't know. I will be right back. We'll zoom in and I'll grab my pens. I heard you guys. I know there were several of you saying, wait a second, you didn't put your colorful boxes on. You didn't, you can't start yet. I heard you. So let's finish properly here. We'll stick with purples and pinks, I think. Whoops. So I don't know if I have any pinks that are as hot as these, but we'll see what we can find. I know I don't have any purples that strong, so we'll just go with this purple. Actually, I should be putting these up. Oh my gosh, so much cat hair today. It must be warm weather. My cats are shedding. I have cat hair everywhere. I want to move these up a little bit so that I don't bump into them as much when I'm on the line underneath. And I will try to remember this week, finally, to pick a dark pen, a dark Pentel Touch. That's the one that always goes on the bottom, so that I can see it over the line. I don't want purple right across from purple, so we'll put this one on Saturday. Okay, let's pick 4 pink boxes. I want to switch to the pink section because I think those are a little bit stronger than these. Yep, here we go. So, yeah, definitely want this hot pink. And since there's a hot pink right there, let's put it down here next to this one, just to keep things mixed up. And then let's pick a kind of a softer, peachier pink to go next to this one. I think any one of these will work, so we'll just grab one. All right, and then same thing over here. We'll do this peachier pink up here, although it's right there anyway, so. And we'll do the hot pink down here on Sunday. Micron, we'll write in the assignments, and then we will zoom in and pick out our pens. Okay, so Monday the 17th, just the letter P. Tuesday the 18th, Pew. So if you're gonna write that, write out that word you say when something stinks, pew. I think that's how you'd spell it. I guess that's how you'd spell it. Pond. Pick. So those are 3 that have P at the beginning. Okay, we're making up for that week that we had the 3-letter words. We've got a 5-letter word. It was the only word I could get that had a double P in the middle. So apple. Jump, P at the end. And flip, P at the end. There we go. All right. So now I will pick out my pens and zoom in and be right back. Okay, for once the pens were easy. We have the pink zebra, Funwari, the purple Fudenosuke Tombow, a kind of a peachy pink. I was going for this floral here, Le Pen, So it's a little warmer than the pink Le Pen I used a couple weeks ago. And then this, the Pentel Touch, this is this blurple, bluish purple blurple color. And it is super dark, so it's gonna work great going over these lines. So it all worked out. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my ace drills before we take a good hard look at the P. Not quite as strong as I would like it to be to match that floral, but it's the right coolness. So, okay, the Fudenosuke is definitely going to be in this lighter purple ballpark. Okay, the Le Pen. And finally, the super juicy and dark Pentel Touch. I had a thought as I was doing this last pen. I wonder how bad that's going to bleed through. It's a little bit of ghosting. But not too much bleed through. As long as I don't dot my eyes, if we have any eyes, super hard, I think I'll be okay. All right, so let's look at the P. Start with the descender, and then add the oval stroke to the right to create the P. So if I just ignore those two, I've just got a heavy down and then the oval, which I just practiced. And then of course they're coming around like a B, so we have a connector. They also then show descenders can carry through to create flourishing. So here, and I at first glance I didn't notice a difference between these two, but when we look a little closer, heavy down, light up, it looks like this one comes right up and connects to the oval stroke. So that's one option. This one may be for a P at the very end of the word, so you can end with a little flourish because you're not worried about so much a connector stroke maybe. I don't know. We'll have to play with those. For now though, I think for my weekly practice, I'm not too worried about flourishing that. It seems like hand lettering 102. Maybe I'll get bored and left my P's right away and be able to go that far. But anyway, okay, so here's my page. Quick check of the Tombow Fudenosuke P as expected. They're not doing any flourishing. Theirs are much fatter and more vertical. And they are just starting with a heavy down. It looks like though they don't loop around. Maybe they do heavy down and then come right back up over top of it to do their loop. So that would be another option if you're not liking the P's with the loop underneath. Similar to a J, maybe you do something like that, a straight down. I'm not sure. Kind of like the M's and the N's, but upside down. And then the calligraphy book from Walmart. So again, they're not doing the loop at the bottom either. So if you have adopted the M and the N that are a little bit similar like this without the extra loop at the beginning, this might be something to explore. I don't like a lot as many of the loops on mine. So like I can already tell you I'm probably not going to do my R like this because of this big loop at the top. So I may try this for a P if I'm not liking the loop underneath, because I think the little loop here like the B is going to be enough for me. But that's because after this many weeks of practice, I'm starting to learn what I tend to like and don't like in my own hand lettering practice. So I'm not going to discard anything right out of the gate, but I think I know what direction I want to go in if I don't like my P's. So enough about that. Let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start with let's look very quickly. I just want to see what they did with their P at the top of the April pages. Here we go. So, yep, they did heavy down, light up, and then it looks like they just tried to kind of connect. I mean, obviously, they couldn't go heavy down and then circle around and go this way because then they'd be doing their oval in the wrong direction. So heavy down, light up, maybe just kind of try to connect to it. They also don't have that little curly Q like the B. Maybe that's because they're coming into an R. I'm not sure. And I think That's the only P we're gonna find in here, unless we find one on a tab. So yeah, here's a P. Gosh, they make it look like they connect right. They just go backwards, but that can't be what they do. That can't be it. Those are M's and N's. If we look at the end of May, there's B's and D's. I'm not finding any P's here. So we're just gonna, I think, need to H and K. I'm just looking for some P's. Nope. B's, H's, D's, L's. Where are the dissenters, guys? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, that's basically the exact same thing that was printed in the corner, huh? They're going heavy down. Here they're going heavy down. And they're coming up. And it's hard to see it on the page here, but they do show the dot that signifies starting. So that looks like they're going heavy down, light up, and then changing directions here and coming up and around. So, okay, that's good. I'm glad I looked. Okay, wrong page. This page. Here we go. Okay, keeping my slant. Heavy down, light up, heavy down. Wow, that's fat. See, I'm starting to play a little bit to try to find something that I like. I don't like the ones that just come straight down. So I went back to the loop, but I like the loop thinner. And I watched a YouTuber a couple months ago who was making her P's look completely different just by changing the shape of the oval. So making it almost like a triangle, kind of skinny pointy at the top and fatter at the bottom. Or just nice and perfectly round, or an actual oval. So that, to get really, really into the minutia, is another way to play with the look of your letters. I'm definitely liking the smaller loop at the bottom of the oval stroke. And I was trying to get too much space here. I like these better, I think. My brain doesn't try to fight for space that way. So, okay. Pew! Another one where we're going to have to fight to keep the two descenders looking equal for it to look refined, in my opinion. Not bad. Wow, I'm not sure what happened there. I'm starting to like it. We're getting there. Okay, pond. Looks kind of neat, having those two loops opposite each other at the beginning and the end of the word. Like pond, or something about it. It's a symmetrical word on a diagonal, which is interesting. I never looked at words like this before. little bit of sticker stuck right there. Feeding through? No, not too bad at all. Pick. Oh, back to K's again. That's actually not bad. I like that. I'm surprised. It's getting big though. One. I kind of like the word pick too. I wanted to keep going and write pickle. From pick to apple, double P in the middle. They're getting skinnier. I think they're getting skinnier because when I leave myself tiny little tails, connector tails, I squish the letters closer to try to connect them. Oh, that one's all jumbled up. I got distracted by making my connectors bigger and it made the whole word bigger. Apple's hard, harder than it looks. Having those P's in the middle, I mean, I tell you, I'm glad I did that because it's a little bit of a struggle getting used to connecting them. More than I expected. That last one was better. I tried to remember not to make my ovals on my P's huge, and it made a difference. Just wanted to try it without the loop. J, we have a J. Jump. Here would be where we could start to play with our flourish now. But that would be, let's see, over here on this, like that. Yeah, I don't like that at all. I guess I'm just not a big flourishy kind of a person. Which makes sense, as an engineer, I'm pretty down to earth, I guess. I don't know. I like jump. I don't know why. I just do. Maybe the JU from Judi and jump. I don't know. I can't believe that's not bleeding through, you guys. I mean, it's ghosting a little, but it's not bleeding through. That's crazy. Alright, last but not least is flip. Get to do the F's. Wow, lots of interference there. Oh my goodness. That's a rough one. The interference, seeing that interference coming messes up your spacing. At least it does for me. That's a lot of loops for one tiny little word. A lot of loops for one tiny little word. Wow. All right, I'm not going to squeeze one more in there. So, there we go. Zooming back out, we'll put this in my planner. I do like that color combination. There we go. There is my lettering practice for the 3rd week in May, the 17th through the 23rd, with some super, super bright pens and florals for the P. Next week, we get to do the opposite. We get to do Q. So I hope you like this video. I hope you're hanging in there and sticking with it. I don't know about you, but my muscle memory is definitely getting there. The few A's and C's I had and E's this week, I can tell writing ACE as often as I am is making a difference on my A's and C's and E's. And it makes me think I need to go through and just change my ACE word at some point to maybe a descender, a word full of descenders. Until I get to a point where I'm used to them and I like them. So anyway, I hope you're sticking with it. We're almost to the midpoint of the year, which is awesome. Then we'll start some majuscules. So I hope you like this video. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you.